Let's start with the sound of that first long ass bastard I put on there. It's open. These are close together, so oh yeah, I got there because I'm only playing 4 string. Yeah, even though the bass is long, you can do that because it's E here, E there, E there. They're just all over the place. Now the one right below it's G major. I'm just starting at the major note, the G. Same pattern. I've made an octave all the way. I'd have to go all the way to the 12 to get to G again, but and I mean basically a major triad. That G that's right there, open bottom string on yours. That's what makes a G major triad. There's my 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 and 9 are the same thing. 1, 2, 8, 9. When you hear me say flat 5, there's that blues note. But the blues note or the flat 5 is better known. Like if we go to that A pattern that's on the paper, it's just like starting at the 5th fret. But if you put the flat 5, now the reason that's 5 is a flat 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Regular diatonic or just in the box, regular notes. That's the major. You can just hear in that voicing that's major. But now if we play pentatonic, which is 5 pentagram, pentatonic is 5 notes per octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the same note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when going for blues, you're doing that flat 5. And you don't hang out on the blue note. You'll notice that's just super versatile on bass, playing that sliding up to that flat 5. You don't have to do a lot. You just gotta know where it's at. That's me going to that major 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Major 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 6. So I call that a 6 because that's a major 6. But in Dorian, that just happens to be a major 6. You hear the minor 3rd there. That would be your regular minor 6. But that Dorian sound, that's just blues. I mean, that's just a dark note. A lot of drama in that. And there's your minor 6, just pretty sounding. Now I'm flat of the root. That's a harmonic minor thing where you're actually adding you're adding a like just flat of the root. Honestly, man, you're just moving a few notes around, and you'll end up repeating those ones that have that drama. Just listen to what they say to you. They will speak to you. Just shake those notes. You can hang out on those notes, man. I mean, you have a proclivity for playing that F sharp minor. You like hanging around the 9th fret. Nothing wrong with that. But you end up in a weird note there. So like what is that F sharp if we're playing that as a minor? That A blues we were playing up there, it fits here. I haven't gone farther than the top 4 strings, or the big 4 strings. But it's also right there. It's closer for you to get there, and this actually that is a fatter. That's a fatter E. That 12. I'm sharp of the root right there. Dramatic sounding, you know. I've kind of changed modes there a little bit, but remember that minor 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I call it a 7. That minor 7 is always rock and roll. That's a major 7. Sounds too goofy. It's cool, but it sounds goofy. I mean, it's even that kind of slightly goofy sound of Smoke in the Boys' Room. It's like a major 7 is just sounds silly. It doesn't sound very heavy. Where a minor 7 sounds like blues, sounds rock and roll. There's your flat 5, there's your regular 5. Now that F up there on your 2nd fret, it's up there. All I've done is taken that A blues and moving it down to there's your 9, 2, same note, but it's 9 then. When you go right behind it on that little string, that's a 9. That's your minor 3rd. 1, 2, 3. There's your major 3rd. You can just tell that's just a little darker, more bluesy. I mean, you could just have fun, just that open note and that. Sharp of the root. I mean, endless fun, all on its own. Don't need too much, man. Anyway, just go over that and think about, oh, well, should I touch on? Yeah, I mean, I touched on the A blues. E blues, it's the same thing. I'm just playing it up there. Like if you go up to the E here, it's the same pattern. And the funny thing is that, like, if you're doing more of like a Clapton pattern of it, pentatonic when I'm playing. It's here, but on bass that's there. There's your flat 5, a natural 5, sharp flat 5. There's your minor 7. You can come up to your 1. Now you just mess with those notes, and those will hit your soul. They will burn into your fingers and into your heart. If you do that, you will do it every time. It will happen. And whenever I get to go, when I get to playing like a major third, but I'm doing it with that rock and roll 7. There's that crazy Mixolydian mode I do, but where I'm playing like a major third, but with a 7. But there's that 7 and there's that third, but I'm playing at the same time. And it's just a polyphony. It's just a couple of notes played at the same time. It's just got the impact. It's really not that complicated. They just show up in different places, and they always have a different sound, split up from one. That sounds very different than. I mean, it's just a very different impact. It's open up there. That's actually the way I play bass all the time. I'm like playing harmonics across the 7th fret with a C note. Harmonics across the 5th fret with a G. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that stuff. You just learn those patterns, and they will just speak to you. They will just burn in your eyes and in your heart. You will learn them. They will sound natural to you. You hear that dramatic flat of the root, sharp of the root. They're not bad notes. They're just dramatic. Just listen to them, let them speak to you. But zero in on one, and just remember there's always that 7's there for you to work up to the 1. Just a whole step back from it. You just sit and do that, and you're the best player in the world. I mean, you just sit there and do that. I mean, you do that. I hear you. You go for those feels, and you just don't have intuitively you know what you want to hear, where you want to go. But there's then the patterns, the bass, and then the dot markers say, well, it seems like I should follow these dot markers. They don't. I mean, you could see me playing that G major thing. It's just like if you're playing Mixolydian, you're fine. I mean, until I got out of whack there. But you can just hear it whenever I start putting a 1, 5, a 9, and then a third, major third. What is it? I can't remember what a 4th is. Let's see. 8, 9, 10. It's an 11. it's only as complicated as that. Those are all just bar chords stacked on one another. And I'm adding a third, which is just like that note on a major chord. And there's really no difference when you hear the term cage. They're just talking about a C shape, an A shape, which that C can be played in an A shape, and then it can be played in a D shape. C, let's go to C's right here. See, a D chord looks like that, but that's a D shape. It ends up here. That's a D shape. And then what's the other one? E shape. So let's get a C. Now here's E. Same as that thing I was playing. That's an E major. But if we go to C and play that shape, cage. C shape, A shape, D shape, which is that shape, and then E shape is. The thing is, they're all the same chord. They're just different. You're just arranging the notes to where they're different shapes, and they show up in different places on the neck. But just because these are all C, they're all C. They're just all over the place. So. You see me blazing around the thing, but it's just I have all that. Those increments are just in my brain. I know where those are. I just like the box that E minor. That's what it looks like for you. Just repeating notes. And I'm doing that. I'm just doing a hammer on, and then hammering a note out of nowhere. I'm not picking it. I'm just hitting it with my pinky. It just sounds bad. That's what Eddie used to do. That's one of Van Halen's like. It's just easy to get speed because you're just doing two things really quickly. And so you can just start moving that around. Now that's me stacking notes. It's that takes a little bit of time to do that kind of stuff, but it's really not that. You just have to work on that. And whenever I'm doing that thing, I'm sliding back up. And then I'm just doing it really quick. I'm not pushing very hard, but that's why we got to get your bass playing better. Anyway, this is too long of a video. I'm gonna have to get your email, or figure something out. All right, man. Thanks. Stop recording.